I think cinema is a medium where you can show without showing a lot.
Yes.
Having these fun tools to kind of, as if you're making some kind of a craft work.
But it's a city where people absolutely love to come and never leave. It's like Hotel California, the track. In a
Masterclass in 1 minute, you cancel it. So...
Hi from Brut, this is Mehul again, and today we get to pick on a brain that is incredibly talented, intimate, intricate. I can go on. This is a female director actually, who has been the trailblazer for art house films from the past 6 months especially, because oh my god, the seismic wave that has come into the Indian film industry due to this. Winning the Grand Prix, the second most honorable and coveted award at the Cannes 2024, to being selected among the most celebrated directors all around the world, like Ali Abbasi, Yorgos Lanthimos, Paolo Sorrentino, and so many more. Paul Schrader, oh my god, and the list goes on, for the Palme d'Or. Well, all things looking bright and light for Payal Kapadia. Please welcome with a whole heart Payal Kapadia in conversation only with Brut. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On the Best Director for Harper's Bazaar Women of the Year Awards.
Thank you very much.
I think you're used to it by now, right?
No, I mean, it's just, it's all happened very quickly.
Correct.
So, until exactly like I was telling you before, was that exactly 1 year ago, we were still figuring out the location of the film in Ratnagiri, and the shoot was going to happen, and it was going to be in the middle of a forest, and it was all like really hot and sweaty. And so it was very practical. And now the feeling is something totally new for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was going on in your mind at the time that you got called on the stage for the Grand Prix? Just we want to know what was going on in Payal's mind at that time.
Actually, it's a spoiler for everybody that when you win something at Cannes, they tell you the morning of the festival, like morning of the award ceremony, that you have won something.
Okay.
We don't know what it is.
Wait, that's why the dance at the premiere? Did you guys know that?
No, at that time we didn't know anything.
Okay.
It's just the day of the award ceremony. In the morning, they'll say, we know you've booked a train ticket back, but you cancel it. So... a very practical thing. So, but we don't know what we have won. So, we were just waiting and seeing what would be the prize. So, I didn't expect that it would be the Grand Prix. Of course, it was it was just completely unexpected. But whenever the actresses are with me, I feel very confident to move forward. So, I felt that the film, I was able to make it because of this collaboration. So we should all go together on the stage. So then we went, and then I felt a little okay, I can say what I want to say because they are with me, and it's a nice feeling together.
Absolutely. Let's take it back to a little bit of your childhood. Not childhood, but learning the courses of filmmaking and direction. FTII, one of the greats. How were your 4 years there, and how did it shape you to be this massive filmmaker?
Not every filmmaker needs film school. But for me, I'm a person who is, I really like structured process. So for me, a film school was what I needed, and it was a very, very good learning time for me. And I was fortunate enough that I had a very nice batch with other direction students as well, and other students in my batch who we are very close friends, and they were all from different parts of the country, from different backgrounds. So I learned a lot just listening to their scripts or listening to the things they brought to class, and this I think was a great learning, and I had good professors, and they had these kind of exercises which we would do in class, which were like filmmaking exercises, but short things. And each one would have a kind of a technical challenge for you to kind of try out. And when you're a student, you feel like, arey, why do I have to do this? It's so, will I ever use it? But when you're forced to do a certain thing in film, it kind of opens up something for you. So that really taught me a lot. We had one exercise which was just one long take. So 4 minutes, just one shot, but it's a whole scene. So you know how to kind of work with the camera there. These kind of exercises I think really helped me.
But I want to talk to you about Mumbai and your relationship with Mumbai, because the way you've portrayed Mumbai, even as somebody who's from Ratnagiri to Mumbai, but somebody who's from the far side of India, from the south to Mumbai, it is portrayed so differently in different people, because that's how it is, right? How could you portray it in that way?
I'm from here, but I didn't always live here. Like I grew up in Andhra. And I did film school. I mean, I studied in the Film Institute in Pune.
Yeah.
So I was always coming and going from Mumbai, though I did my college here. So I think when you leave a place and come back, you see the changes more evidently.
You're right.
And I was always very like to see how quickly the city changes.
Yeah.
Is something that baffles me a lot, especially that area of Lower Parel and Dadar.
Correct.
It's completely changed. From the time that I was growing up to now, like the kind of gentrification that has happened.
Yeah.
And that was something that I was very concerned with and wanted to talk about in the film.
Correct.
And even now, the whole geography of the city has changed.
Yeah.
With the sea road and this tunnel that has been made. Like the shape of the city is changing.
Yeah.
So Mumbai is a city that is always in a state of flux, with its upwards, downwards, sideways, and with the people coming and going.
100%.
And it's precarious. Like one day the rains will come and people's houses will fall and get broken down. And I don't know. I feel like it's a city always kind of on the edge.
Absolutely. But it's a city where people absolutely love to come and never leave. It's like Hotel California, the track.
That's the contradiction of the city, no? Like it gives some freedom to, especially for women, like it's more free to 100%. Work and to dress how you want to. And
it's safer as well. There are always people around.
Yeah, more or less. And but it's also like really expensive, and it's difficult to lead a comfortable life here. You have to continuously work. You can't be, just dreaming, and like Kolkata is a city where you can be doing adda, but here it doesn't happen anymore. Those were some of the things that I've been thinking about a lot, and I don't know, I felt like that I wanted to have all these things in a film.
I think you might be asked this question very often, but I just want to know where we're at, as an industry. That people on the sets, especially with the cameramen, with the crew, they find it difficult to take instructions from a female who's at a higher, authority. Is that still the case, or how far along have we reached, or what is your experience with that?
I feel that in direction and screenplay writing, women are accepted a lot more. At least that's been my experience. Even editing. But other sides of filmmaking, like the cinematography, sound recording, I do see some of my friends who graduated from the Film Institute having trouble in these fields. So I think we have a long way to go in that.
What has your camaraderie been with the three ladies of the film? You said that it's been about 5 to 6 years of a journey. Just from the seed of the idea to stream. Not yet stream for all of you guys. But how was your relationship with all of them? How did all of the dots connect one by one, getting such beautiful actors in your movie?
I really got lucky. They are firstly very good artists. Like they really have a lot of passion for their craft. They work really hard for how they want to think of the character, the research they do, the nuances they bring into silences, all these things. And also very importantly, they're really great people. And I think I also wanted to work in a way that it's not somebody who comes to do a job and goes away, but that we can discuss and we can have, the themes in the film can be discussed throughout as we work. That was important to me. And fortunately, I found people who were very independent, very strongly opinionated, and in the right way.
How does your process go when you want to showcase a particular scene, but you don't really show that with the dialogues? What is your process behind, directing that scene?
It's always that kind of happens in the script itself.
Okay.
So while it needs to be there on paper for me to imagine how it will be, and then slowly you start removing the dialogues more and more, because you start trusting that the cinema will hold, and you may not need to speak it out. That in the script it needs to be clear. So first you put in the most obvious things, and then you start removing one by one and saying this is not necessary, it'll still work. So that's the process I follow, and I spend a lot of time on the script. And also I tend to do like a sound design on my own on my computer, and try to imagine the script with the sounds of the film. That is something that really helps me.
You know, exactly, because the score of the film, absolutely beautiful, from the soft pianos to sometimes, oh my God, there was this really melancholic tune that was going with the scenes in Ratnagiri. How did you get your sound for that? How did you get your background score? Because I think it goes perfectly with the vibe of the film and how the film is journeying throughout.
I work very organically with music, but there was a music composer I wanted to work with, Topshe, whose style I like, because it has this kind of soft melancholy with a sweetness. And
Exactly.
We started working together 2 years ago, and I would send him scenes from the script, and he would just compose something, send me a little bit all the time. And he's also very process driven, so it was very nice that, you know, we had like a lot of back and forth and saying that, just as an idea, give me some things, and he worked a lot on that. And the piano piece is from something that my editor introduced me to.
Oh wow!
It's by Ethiopian nun who passed away last year. Her name is Emahoy Sege Mariam Gebru. And she it's her compositions, those piano pieces.
Oh wow!
So when I heard that, I was so moved by that piano. It felt like the feeling you get in romance, you know, that reverie of being out of mind sometimes that you have. And that's what I felt with this music. So I really wanted to use it, and thankfully we got the rights. So for everybody who's watching, please Google her music. She's got a great body of work, which is just wonderful to listen to.
It's also such a great ode through the film to her, which is absolutely wonderful. Well, Payal, it was lovely having a conversation with you. But before you go, to the cinematographers, the filmmakers, and the people who admire you, we do this thing called 1 minute masterclass. Okay,
masterclass in 1 minute.
Okay, so in a minute, everything that you think that a beginner should know about filmmaking, go.
I think one of the things that I really appreciated was something that Kurosawa said, the Japanese director Kurosawa. He said that filmmaking is like climbing a mountain, and the way to do it is that you don't look at the peak as to where you're going, but look at your feet, because you stay focused on what you're doing then, not being overwhelmed by the journey ahead. And I feel this is something that I really took very seriously. And I also think that, you know, a lot of times we keep thinking what will the end result be, but without actually concentrating on what's at hand. And I feel this is a good advice that I took from Kurosawa.
Well, thank you so much, Payal.
Thank you.